Welcome to Duke's United show, and it's the preview for England, Manchester United versus Everton in the cup. And then we've got the starting lineups are out already. We've got De Gea in goal, Malacia, Shaw, Varane, and Dalot, Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno, Rashford, Martial, Anthony, full strength side. And Everton are coming out with Pickford in goal, Tarkowski, Cody, and Godfrey in the three at the back. You've got Coleman at right wing back and Mikalenko at left wing back. Onana, Idrissa Gueye, and Iwobi in the middle, and Mopé and Gray up front. So it's gonna be a nice game. They're playing 3-4-3. What is it? 5? They're trying to go all defensive. After the team
yes.
out, full strength side.
It is full strength. I'm literally just bringing it up now. It's just come through on my phone. So
apart from Varane and Martinez, you've got Shaw at the back with Malacia again, and it's looking good. Wait a minute, who was the other centre back? Sorry, I didn't even realise who I was looking at. I said the names, but who was the second centre back? Shaw
still not come up on my one. Shaw's at the centre back again, is he?
Yeah, so is it Varane? Sorry, Shaw and Varane at centre back, yeah. And on
it
the
is.
bench, we have Lindelof, Maguire, Martinez, Wan-Bissaka, Fred, McTominay, Elanga, and Garnacho. So we've got a proper strong side there. It's looking
so what,
good.
Dalot starting right back then?
Yeah.
Malacia left back.
Yep. It's looking good,
nice.
to be fair. I like that team. I like Shaw at centre-back at the minute, so I'm buzzing from that. It's like he's Martinez's replacement now. I think Ten Hag might see him as a player who's in the similar kind of mold, same kind of size, left-footed, left side, and he likes that left side, left footer business as well. So we kind of got proper balance now. You notice, you've got right foot, right back, left foot, left back, and then the left-sided centre-backs, left-footed. It's looking good.
No, yeah. I think obviously it's Luke Shaw's passing that he likes, because Luke Shaw can still be found out at centre-back against good teams. But yeah, against Everton, listen, I'm going to say that, and he'll make a horrific mistake now, and Everton will win 1-0, 87th minute. But you can afford to play your weaker players in these positions in these games. Yeah. You wouldn't want Luke Shaw against Haaland, you know what I mean? You want Martinez. You want Martinez if you can. So, but no, listen, he's quality in a 3 at the back. He's done it for England a few times, ain't he? And from what I've seen him playing in a 2, he's decent. He's calm. He's matured, ain't he, Luke Shaw? He's still. Yeah. The problem with Luke Shaw is we're always going to be a little bit disappointed that he never reached world class because of, for whatever reasons, you saw glimpses of it here and there. So like I said to you, I'm hoping he's going to put a sustained period of good form in. And so far this season, he's been exceptional. So they can't fault him.
Yeah.
So what's up front then? Martial, Rashford, and Anthony.
Martial, Rashford, Anthony, the front 3 that they want to see.
That's it. Yeah.
I can't wait to see Sancho back though, but we're gonna have to wait.
They're talking to Sancho. Did you hear some of this? I don't know how much of it is like fans making stuff up or how much of it's true. Apparently, Ronaldo has said since he's left Man United that it was like Sancho's got like no respect, doesn't look after himself, doesn't respect the game. I'll find them for us for Thursday properly. We'll get into it. But this is paraphrasing. Literally, like there's quotes of him saying that Ronaldo's at breakfast and he saw Luke Shaw and Jadon Sancho pouring ketchup all over their food. And he went, he's like, listen, I play till 37 because I don't put... No, but what he's saying is this is like, I went over to him, I was like, listen, I played till 37 because I just didn't have these things. Like, if you want to be top of the game, like, blah, this is, I'm guessing, this bit about Ronaldo tried to give advice to young players. We all thought it was Greenwood at the time. I think it might be Jadon Sancho, bruv. I think he might, so if he's got this is just one little story. There's like I'll find it so we can talk about it probably Thursday. But there's like 4 or 5 different things. Yeah. And but yeah, I mean I don't know what you think about it.
No, it's just when you listen to that kind of stuff, it's like we know Cristiano's on another level. Like he's on a totally different level to everyone. So he might make everyone feel guilty for doing anything. Like I don't mind ketchup. Like ketchup's not a problem, but like if he thinks that that's going to change everything, that's fine, and that's why he is in tip-top condition. But you only get the one. How many players are like that have got so much discipline that they don't even do that?
But it's not. Sorry, I missed the key part in it. It's not about them eating ketchup. It was the way Sancho reacted to him when he turned around and said, "Leave it, bruv." You're like, what you talk like? And I gave him attitude. Apparently, you know what I mean. And apparently, what I'm trying to get at is from what I'm trying to find it now, what it says is it all points to like Jadon Sancho's like lazy is the wrong word, but I don't know. Some from a fan's point of view, Nate, some players you see them and you're like they've got so much potential, and then they get to a good level and they just never go on. And it feels harsh to say that they're not trying, but it almost feels like that. I don't know if that is true or not, or it just is that wall and you never get better than that. And it's not like you're giving up, but it's just like, mate, I don't need to put the extra hours in because this is my level. I'm not getting me doing an extra 2 hours in the gym, Cristiano. It ain't having the same effect for me as it is for you. So I don't like that's the feeling I'm getting with him.
You know what it is though? Everybody, I've seen so many different types of people in the game. Like, there's people with great ability that just have something wrong with them, like an attitude problem, or they're not as professional as they should be, or you know, that you look at them, you think, man, you've got so much more in you, but you're just not showing it. Or someone who's really trying his best, but he hasn't got as much ability. So it's so many different things. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I remember this player. He was so good fitness-wise, but he still looked like he could keep going. But he stopped, and we're like, "Why are you stopping for?" Because I know that ain't your highest or your top level. But because you're that good and you're beating everybody, but why aren't you beating yourself? Why aren't you getting to your best? Like, that's where you say to yourself, "Wow, if I had your ability to run for that amount of time." And I can't remember his name, but he's at Crew. He's a good player as well, a very good winger. His name starts with a B. Some reason.
Oh, you're testing the memory banks now, mate.
No, but he was a very good player, yeah. But he looked like he was just chilled at all times. Even when he's running at full pace, he looks chilled.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. As a fan, it looked like you don't want to say lazy, but it just feels like you're not putting in the extra 5%. You know what I mean? Like, is that like?
It's just some players like Martial. Whenever I look at him, he never looks like he's 100 miles an hour. It's just he's that type of player. But even if you looked at a Faustino Asprilla or someone like that, they can't look fast, like they're working very hard. If you remember him from back in the day when I was
young, mate, the old Newcastle boy,
yeah. But he loved him so much. I was like, this guy, man, he's all right, but he's not amazing. But like,
I love that Asprilla, bro. I love that Asprilla.
His celebration was sick.
Ain't he like he's like a governor or something now? Ain't he like a politician? I think Asprilla, like Colombian, right?
He was sick. He was good. He did little good things, and
every so often, man. Every so often.
That was funny. But yeah, in terms of that, man, it is it's tough because you get all types of people come to training, come and play, and make it as pros for different reasons. And you just have to, like Ten Hag said, every person needs to be dealt with as a case on its own. And that's why the best managers are man managers. They're people who can handle that person because he's a crazy guy, this person because he needs an arm around his shoulder, that person because he needs to go away for a few weeks and get his head right. Rashford, who you need to keep, you want to tell him, listen, you're comfortable with me, I love you, you're a top player, go out and enjoy yourself. Everybody needs something different. Roy Keane is different. He wants to shout at everyone and think he can just make everyone do everything. Everyone's different. You can't take that. And I was a bit scared, thinking, I don't want to see no Roy Keane. I don't want to have a manager in like Roy Keane who will kill you if you lose a game, kill you if you win a game, and you didn't play to the best. It's like
them days are long gone, mate. No, them days are long. I'm sure still in dressing rooms, the managers still rant and rave. But the days of Fergie, like literally throwing kettles at you, or Neil Warnock's like throwing bottles at you and stuff. That must be gone, mate. You know what I mean? They must be, like that level. That level's got to be gone. But that's more what I meant when I was asking that question. Is like you're talking about the player crew, but. Just the dressing room, because this was like at my level, like right down amateur level. There used to be players that obviously could have made it, but they didn't have the aptitude at all. And you'd watch them play, and you'd be like, mate, if you just go 5% more, like you could be playing Saturday League semi-pro here, mate. You know what I mean? But you just don't like. Does it annoy you when you in the team when you see these players not giving, especially if you're not in a winning team, not giving everything they can?
Once you get to pro level, they've made it there because they did certain things, but they still have certain things missing at times. Everybody pretty much has something that you wonder, you wonder why they didn't do this or didn't do that, and some people do try and be their best they can ever be. But again, it's everybody's different, man. Everybody's different.
Man.
But you're definitely right. When it comes to non-league, when I was playing non-league, it's one of them ones where I wasn't the best at everything. Like, I knew players who had mad skills, and I was like, wow, he's gonna make it. But I didn't realize, because I didn't have the experience then to know that mad skills don't make you pro.
No, mate. Playground footballer.
That's it, yeah.
Playground, mate. Yeah, there's so many of these, mate. Honestly, my pub team, mate. There was so many of them. Mate, they could do the keep ups for days, like all the skills, like flip flaps, all that, mate. Put them on the level side pitch, bruv. It all just fell apart. It's crazy, man. You
need to have everything. All the compartments need to come together, and then you've got a player. If you've only got skills and you don't want to work hard, not getting there. If it's the other way around, not getting there. If you haven't got the right attitude, if you're not playing, stuff like that, you're not getting there. The amount of players, I've been speaking about players recently, you know, I'm trying to get a few players into clubs now. And the amount of stories that you get from like top teams and academy players who don't make it. And then even those have an attitude problem trying to get into another club because they think they're too big for the next level down and the next level down. This player's so good, but we didn't take him because of his attitude. I'm like, wow. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, outside looking in, it's so simple to be like, mate, surely you realise the reason you're not getting clubs is because you think you're too good. You've got to humble yourself a little bit. When you're in the grinder, I'm sure it's a completely different scenario, Nate. You know, I mean, you've been told by everyone that you're the baller. You've probably been the baller in your school. You've been the baller everywhere you've been the baller, and now you're one of many ballers. And in fact, you're actually average of these. You know what I mean? It must be. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's what I mean. It's well easy for fans like me to just like throw it, like we would say, throw it under the bus. But it must be difficult, to be fair, to keep your feet on the ground, man. Sponsorship deals, you know what I mean? As I understand it, like if you've got a future, these companies come snapping at your door at 14, like 15, like pre-agreements for 16. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. So, but there's a number of stories of it, bro. But so this will do Sancho good then. That's what they've been doing. He's obviously in Spain or wherever he is, Portugal, having a nice, like, pure massage, relax, like low-level training, I'm guessing. Get your head right, son. Luckily, we've got enough, even down to Elanga, Nath, you know what I mean? I know we don't like that much, but we've got enough squad depth in that position to cover him. And we can just hope that he comes back, Sancho, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to see him in the next couple of weeks, man. He's got to be back with us in the next couple of weeks and firing.
I'm sure he must be. Yeah, surely. Yeah, man, surely.
I heard he was back in training, though. So I heard he was back in the country and back at the club, but working on his own or something like that. But
so that then, so he's back now, but then that's match fitness, isn't it? You know how it is, mate. I mean, you can't just throw these boys straight, especially Sancho now, with everyone expecting so much from him. He needs to be peak physical condition, peak everything, head straight, and then just come and bomb, like absolutely murder the pitch for us, man. You know, because we need him. We need him for the running, mate. Especially, I mean, we were obviously talking last night about a title challenge, mate. If that's going to happen, we need Sancho firing for us, mate. You know what I mean? So,
let's get to the what you were saying. Obviously, we're talking about the prediction now. What was your prediction yesterday? You said was it 2-0? You know.
No, I definitely went more than 2. Was it 4? I thought I was going to say I thought I went 4. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've gone Garth predicts. Yeah.
That's one of the ones I'm going 4 because what I'm hoping to see is I see Man United scoring in the first 7, 8, 9 minutes, and then we just dominate all game. Obviously, if 22 minutes, 25 minutes, so it's still 0-0 tight. That's obviously not going to be a 4-0. You know, it's going to be a 1-0 Man United. I'm going to have Rashford. I'm going to have the front three, all three of the front three, Anthony, Martial, Rashford, and then I'm going to have a cheeky... do you know what? Who we got at the back for Varane and Shaw? I'm going to have a cheeky Varane scoring as well, mate. Yeah. Yeah, I like gamble a little bit, Nath, you know what I mean? Just throw it out there a little bit. So, little header, mate. Corner.
I'm not going that far. I've got the 3-0. I've got the 3-0, especially with that strong lineup.
Yeah, no, I see that, yeah.
So yours is there. We see it at the bottom, guys. Have a look at what he's saying. I'm saying 3-0 victory. It's quite close, but I've got Rashford's going 1 and Martial getting his 2 because it's been too quiet for a bit too long now, and I think he's going to come alive today. The manager's already been talking about these players. They need to be in the game for longer periods because they've got the ability all day in a moment to do whatever they want. Let's see it more often in the game. And that's what these guys need to do more, especially Martial at the moment. Rashford's firing, doing what he needs to do. Can we get Anthony and Martial doing the same? and we'll be buzzing. But you know what? I'm here at my son's game as well. But carry on. You see what you're saying?
No, sorry. I was going to ask quickly then. Just a quick question. This season now, would you take the League Cup, FA Cup double? We win both of them, but we finish fifth, so no Champions League, or no trophies, but we actually are still in this challenge where we're at now. Possibly come second or first, but more likely third or fourth.
You know what? I'd rather we came second, third, because we're a Champions League. We've got Champions League ability now. If we get players in the summer, we're ready for the Champions League. I want some silverware, but I don't want to be out of the Champions League. That's what everyone needs, man. We need to play Champions League football to get those better players anyway.
Yeah, keep the players, get them, yeah.
Struggle. So we definitely need to get, we need to get to that top spot. It'll be a tragedy now to be in the position we're in with the players we've got. I was listening to a podcast today talking about the players we've got. How can we not talk about being in a championship race? When you look at our defense and our players in midfield and our attackers, what the hell how can we say we're not, we shouldn't be like challenging right now? It's true. We should be challenging and we shouldn't be less than third. That's what I think.
No, listen,
it's the maximum lowest we can go. We should.
Yeah, absolutely. Minimum, mate. Third of. Listen, look, when we were doing the show last night, just quickly before you go, I was skirting around the edges. We're not quite in it, but we're sniffing around the edges of it. This is what I mean. It's one game away from an outright title challenge. It really is. Now that game could go the other way, and all of a sudden we're 12 points off Arsenal, and it's over. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. It's on that knife edge. But if we keep this form up, mate. Anyway, listen. Yeah, you get to see the fair play, mate. And what is it? 10:15 tonight for the post match.
Well, he's finishing at 7:30. He starts at 7:30, so he's an hour earlier. I'm half an hour from home. So I'm just thinking of how can we get this done. Should we start it at 10:30?
10:30, yeah, just say 10:30. Yeah, just do 10:30, mate. Yeah,
10:30 it is, guys. Everybody, we'll see you at 10:30. Peace out. Let's see you in a bit. Hopefully we win.